YouTube, how we doing today? Still do about a half hour. So anybody coming in here late, let me adjust this camera. Anybody coming in here late, please hit that like button. If this is your first time coming here, please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to talk about something real serious today. Give you guys a little background of how I came up and, why I'm a trucker now. Restriction on to 18 because I'm probably going to get a little, I'm probably going to say a couple words I probably shouldn't say. What I'm trying to say is, what I want to talk about. Fidel, how you doing, brother? How you doing today? Through all the success that I've had now, to be where I am from where I was, and how I grew up, because essentially I moved out when I was like 15. And, I was into, quite a few illegal activities with my step family. And, Sugar Shine, how you doing? But, I see, like yesterday, for example, I see a kid got stabbed to death by knives, and they killed him with machetes. And come to find out, it was all because of mistaken identity. Kid, 15 years old, little boy. Not even a man yet, a little boy, right? Phone on. Yeah, so obviously you can hear me. My prayers and blessings go out to him and his family. A lot of the stuff that I was doing when I was that age was on the other end. The kid that was, doing the fighting, selling the drugs and hustling and this and that. And that's why I strive so much now to try to speak to the youth and tell them you ain't I've never met a successful drug dealer, right? I've never met a drug dealer or a hustler or a gangster that's retired, right? I just haven't. Retired in another sense, but not well, right? You might be getting that money. This 15-year-old little boy, it was mistaken identity, so they thought he was affiliated with this other gang, right? And this was in the Bronx, New York. And one of the gang members sent his brother, the kid that got killed, sent his brother a message on Facebook or whatever saying, apologizing, right? Oh, sorry, we didn't mean to do it. We thought he was somebody. You know what I mean? Fuck you. Period. How the hell you gonna tell me and my family? And just to let you know, the 4 kids or 5 kids that did it, they got caught like that. It's just sad. It truly is sad. I get on here. I get on here to try to explain to the younger generation, to the youth, there's other ways out. There's other ways out. Like, I was one of the only white kids living in the hood where I grew up, right? I was only one of the white kids, right? And I did a lot of grimy shit, that I regret, And is this a shame? Is this a shame that, him and his family, volunteering in the public and stuff like this, and was actually trying to do something with his life, He was trying to actually do something with his life. And, it's just sad that just end his life like that, over something that they thought he was somebody else. And then for one of the gangs, no, man. No. You know, I hope they rot in hell. I truly hope they rot in hell. And you know, so not is it just, you know, somebody lost their life, or not even just some kid lost his life. But not just that, but these 5 other kids that could actually do something with their lives are done, right? Those other 5 kids, their life is over. You know, they're gonna spend it in prison because I think they were all 17, 18 years old, so they're gonna try it as adults no matter what, and they will get life in prison. You know, it's just a shame that they take this kid's life. You know, like that actually, you know, had promising things, you know, in the future for himself. I know they showed a couple pictures like that, and I know one of the pictures, he had a NYPD police jacket on. You know, I know they said, you know, he was you know, so he was a good kid. He actually was trying to get out of the neighborhood he was living in. Luckily, coming back to me now. Luckily, that's what I have done with my life. And I'm trying to spread that positive message to these younger kids, these younger generations, the youth, that you can go so much further keeping your head in the books and grinding than over here hustling, right? Don't get me wrong, I made a lot of fucking money. But where is it? All that money I made, where is it? Money, I have nothing to show for it. Luckily, you know, one of my boys always took the rap for me or whatever, but what I'm trying to say is, they don't have to be out in the streets. There's so many, and I know different states and different regions, you know, there isn't as many programs and stuff like that, but that's the problem. You know, if we can help create, even to spread the message, not even, you know, it ain't about money, it ain't about this and that. If we can just spread the message and try to preach to these youngsters that there's a lot more to life, you know, than what they're doing. Lily, I see you. I appreciate you coming in here. There's a lot more to life than what they're leading on. Like I said, I grew up. I mean, you can go on, you can look at it. It's called the Weiler Homes in East Toledo. We called it the Bricks. We called it Little Haiti, because that's literally how bad it is over there, right? I mean, you know, at least twice a week, somebody gets shot over there. 3 times a week, somebody gets shot over there. Day to day. I'm off work today because I'm sick. Oh man, I hope you feel better, man. I hope you feel better. But these kids, you know, there's so many, and I have a 16-year-old son, so I try to stay. Carrie, how you doing? How you doing? From Maryland. I've been to Maryland. How you doing? Salute to you. I've been trying to, you know, get up on what the youngsters are doing. You know, like it. You know, I look up stuff on YouTube that I see my son looking up. Just get a sense of what culture, what we didn't have all this. We didn't have computers and this and that. I think the internet was just coming out when I was, I don't know, 15, or older than that. I mean, so we didn't have this whole internet stuff. We didn't have Facebook and what was the one before then? MySpace. We never had that stuff, right? And no, I don't now, right? The only thing I have is YouTube. And that's for the, I know I could probably spread my message a lot more if I had Facebook and, here I go trying to act smart. I don't even know what the other ones are called. If I had those other platforms, I could probably have my message, you know, be sound heard further. But, you know, I'm not technologically advanced like that. I know how to upload a video. I know how to go live, and that's about it. I stay away from the computer stuff. But back in the day, if we had a problem with, if I had a problem with dude over here, we'd throw our damn fist up and we'd bang. You know what I mean? We go out in the middle of the street, in the middle of the yard or whatever, and we get it done. You know what I mean? That's how we'll solve our problem. The problem out, nowadays is these young kids are so scared to take a loss. You know what I mean? They're so scared to take a loss and get that ass whooped. You know? Ass whooped. You might have a black eye, you might have a broken nose. So scared to take a loss, take an L, that they, go straight up to pulling out knives and guns. You know what I mean? Look, I'm gonna think you more of a man if you come up and try to slap the shit out of me. You know what I mean? But if I see you come up and try to pull a pistol on me, well, for one, it's gonna be bad because I always have one on my side. But if you come up and try to pull a pistol on me, that's just what a coward does. You know what I'm saying? I got my carry conceal license. Plus I collect guns and I go shooting and stuff. So I've had more training than just the standard CCW training, right? Get their fucking asses whooped, right? They're so scared to get their asses whooped and die. Then they get a black eye or a broken nose or a broken jaw or what have you. But guess what? Even if you broke my arm or broke my leg or broke my nose or my jaw, these youngsters gotta stop, man. They gotta stop with this gunplay shit. It's not a joke. You know what I mean? They ain't got names. And the problem is these kids are out here shooting damn full metal jackets that go right through somebody and keep going. You think that bullet's gonna say, oh, they're a little kid, better turn this? Fuck no, it don't work like it. At least when it's gonna mushroom. Full metal jackets, they're gonna keep going. And these kids think life is a joke. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I try to express to these youngsters, man, like family is everything, right? You can't have one without the other. War Jones, how you doing? Like I said, I was one of the only white kids that lived in where we live. And Weiler Homes in Toledo, Ohio, you'll see the projects that I lived in. Go to the street view and you'll see. And I got a lot of good friends that still live there. That are actually activists, you know what I mean? Service levels. Yeah, I don't even know what it looks like. Does the screen, because I can't stand it when it looks like garbage. I can't stand it when it looks like garbage. But these kids they think life is a joke, they think playing with guns is cool and shit. And part of the problem is, one second guys, one second. Part of the problem is one second guys, one second. Oh yeah, it don't look bad. Part of the problem is these damn rappers, they glorify the shit, you know what I mean? Instead of saying, hey, don't play with guns and blah, 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 this shit ain't cool, lifesaver. No, they're like, oh, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to shoot you down, I'm going to put you in it. Fuck all that, man. I'm tired of that shit. Boyfriend a lot here in Australia. Oh, man, I got one from Australia. Salute to you. But the shit ain't cool, you know what I mean? The shit ain't cool. I take my CCW license as almost like a badge of honor, right? Almost like a badge of honor that the government, even though I don't agree with shit they do, they trust me with carrying a firearm wherever I go, right? I hold that as a badge of honor to me. So I don't want to do anything to fuck that up, right? But then, you got these young kids out here that don't give a fuck, that are scared to get their asses whooped, It's like people gotta stop glorifying this shit. Instead of rapping about being cool, being gangs, and have all this gunplay and shit, man, rap about, I ain't gonna say rap about some lame shit, but just tell them like, look, man, this shit ain't cool. Life's precious. You know what I mean? You only get one of them. If there is life after death, if there is life after death, guess what? We ain't gonna know that until then. But for now, we only have one life to live. You know, this ain't PlayStation, ain't Nintendo. It just don't pick up. You know what I'm saying? You don't get two lives, 3 lives. You know what I'm saying? We only get one life. So these young kids got to stop. Y'all got to put the guns down and put your fist up. It's alright to have a problem with somebody else. I get it. Trust me, I've been there a lot. You know, I used to slang drugs. I used to sell pills and coke and weed, but that shit ain't cool, man. You think I'm proud of that? Fuck no, I ain't proud of that shit. You know what I mean? Hell no, I ain't proud of that shit. Like I said, I don't regret anything in life, but I regret that shit. Because when I actually sit down and think about it, like I was killing somebody else's family. When you actually think about it. I was actually, like, how do you think that would have made me feel if I would have knew I would have sold this dude 8-ball and this motherfucker would have died? You know what I'm saying? If I would have sold this dude some coke or some rock and this motherfucker would have died, I would have felt like a fucking asshole. You know? And it's like, you know, they think this shit's cool. That shit ain't cool. Yeah, you make money real quick. Trust me, you make money real quick. But having money ain't everything, you know what I mean? I feel better now making a whole lot less more money than what I was making. Making way less more money. But I'm making that shit legal. I can actually go out and buy shit on credit. Because I have credit on my name. And motherfuckers trust me to have credit on my name. You know what I mean? You can't do that when you selling drugs. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no credit. I mean, come on, man. They got to stop. They got to stop glorifying this shit. Like, it's so ridiculous. That's what I'm saying. You know, they like I was saying with this 15-year-old kid, not that he just lose his life, and the 5 cowards that did that to him, you know, and I'm telling you right now, you gotta be a cold-blooded son of a bitch to go up and stab somebody. You gotta be a cold-blooded murderer to go up and hit somebody with a fucking machete. You know what I mean? And usually I try not to cuss, but I did put up the age restriction on this because I knew I couldn't hold it back. You know, I'm just letting those 5 cats, y'all some cowards, man. Y'all some damn cowards. Running down, literally they pulled, and you know, it took me all I could just to watch the video. But a buddy of mine sent it to me, and he actually lives down there. He lives in the Bronx. And he told me, man, you gotta watch this shit. I watched about 10 seconds of it, I couldn't watch it no more. You know what I mean? They pulled this 15-year-old kid, a 15-year-old boy, out of the store and fucking murdered him. Fucking murdered him. Why they had to do dude like that? You know what I mean? Why they had to do that little kid like that? That's just fucked up. Like, like straight up, there's some cowards for that shit. I'll be the first one to say it. They some fucking cowards for that. Now I'm telling you right now, whatever the fuck they got coming to them, they fucking deserve it. You know what I mean? They fucking deserve it, for sure. That's what I'm saying. It's gotta be. And the crazy thing is, this 15-year-old little boy, it was all mistaken identity. It was all mistaken identity. So, you just took this little boy from his brother's and sister's mom. So I go talking about something crazy, and they wanna cut me down. But John, this happened on the 20th, I believe it was. It happened on the 20th. 15-year-old kid in New York, and he was these 5 cowards pulled him out of a store and stabbed him and hit him with machetes and shit, and killed him. And you know what's crazy? This kid had enough courage to pick himself up off of the sidewalk and start running to the hospital a block away. That's a strong motherfucker. That's a strong ass kid. Really, you too? Really? You too? But can you just imagine the terror? Back on? Are we back now? Golly. Can you just imagine the terror this child had? Scared as fuck. Scared as fuck. I'm not a young man no more, but if somebody did that shit to me now, I'd be scared as fuck. That's just, man, that shit ain't right. How y'all gonna do a little kid like that? Fucking cowards, man. Cowards. That's what I'm saying, John. These young cats out here, man, y'all got to stop, man. These young cats got to stop. Start spitting some truth and you two want to cut you down. I used to be about going up and robbing motherfuckers. But where'd it get me? It ain't get me nowhere. Luckily, I ain't never fucking get caught for this shit. I never used it. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, John. These kids are so whooped. You know what I'm saying? They're so scared to get their fucking ass whooped that the first thing they do is they pull out. Man, it's truly fucking sad. It is. It ain't right. It ain't right. And for y'all just to take that little kid's life that ain't even started living yet, that's crazy. How you doing, princess out there? But like I said, look, I ain't ashamed to admit it. I got my ass whooped a couple times. I'm a small dude. But I ain't never backed down for nobody. You know what I mean? Only being 5'3" and 125, 130 pounds wet, I tried to slap the shit out of some big ass dude. But I'm still here. But I'm still here. You know what I mean? I'm still fucking here. I might have got my, you know? One-on-one and fight. Alright, that's the last thing I'm gonna say because it's gonna keep cutting me off. Stop being stupid. Stop being stupid. Your ass whoop or whoop some ass. But stop shooting and killing motherfuckers, man. Stop being scared. Check y'all later. Peace.